small ones. He brings you in, like, let them come, like, let them see there's one dwarf and Mario still draws breath. He's just a bad man.
Yeah, Gimli's a beast.
Bad man.
Gimli's a beast.
He's just about the squad. And I love the fact, like, it's kind of, I don't know. It's easy. Okay, dwarves don't like elves. We get that. He dislikes Legolas. The eyes of a hawk and the ears of a fox. Ooh, he gets fucking caught up. And then I love the fact that him and Legolas start kind of playing a little bit. They get a little closer. Then at the very end, like, I've never thought I'd die side by side with an elf. Like, what about side by side with a friend? Like, I can do that. Like that for some. It was a small little feints at their relationship growing, and then at the end that they're like, Wakanda forever.
That's probably one of my favorite things of the whole movie is just like their relationship and how they grow, and just like for me, I always say this, like I appreciate when like the series or like just movies or books, like they just like make the characters that we care about just like make them badass, make them sick, like. Legolas is the most talented, and he's the best elf there is, and the movie pays, and the movie really like owns that, like they don't try to make it cheap, where it's like they want you to make him think he's the best, and then really he's not the best.
He's
like,
super
Legolas is dope,
yeah,
and Gimli is by far the best dwarf. Like Gimli goes off, like. Yeah. Gimli is just like gonna end up being like the legendary dwarf, and it's believable and it's dope, like.
There's a cool relationship between Legolas and Aragorn as well, because Aragorn's half elf, and they have they both kind of see beyond just the world around them. They're very spiritual together. There's like a spirituality that elves have. They're kind of not just of this earth, but of like the spirits around them. Like the red moon rises, blood has been spilled. There's kind of like a Native American vibe to them that Aragorn. He gets it and can connect with Legolas in that kind of way. Like in the third movie, they're both kind of chilling at Edoras after they're done partying. They're just chilling there to have a moment together.
But he also kind of shows Legolas the human side, like when he was handing him, like when Aragorn was handing him all the guys like weapons and shit like that. And Legolas is like, "Why are you dying?" And he's like, "I forgot what he said."
Oh no, he's like, they're all gonna
Nagathaka. Yeah. And then freaking
I will die as one of them.
And Legolas kind of like understood, like. It's bigger.
Let him go, lad.
Us, yeah.
Let him be. It's that showed him like a little discourse, but hey, if it's, God, what is late? It's like 200, 300 versus 10,000. It's like, how do you not despair? How do you not like, let's just shit pants, kill ourselves, and be done? Just lay down and die. But then those other elves come in clutch. That's huge when they come in. Another legion of elves, like that's a huge morale boost, and they all die.
His head cut up. The blonde guy, the elf.
Yeah, so like it's hard to see like what happens. He just gets sliced in the head. He's like,
that dude was a badass. I like that.
He was good. He came in clutch.
It's good. It's Gimli. So now I think we're on
Aragorn. Let's go Aragorn. Gandalf. Right. I want to save Boromir for the end because I think I might have the best Boromir.
All right, go first with
Aragorn. Let's go Aragorn. Sky, you'll like this one. The king. It's LeBron. He comes in clutch. At first, like LeBron, he started off in the NBA as something of like he has promise. We see Aragorn. Okay, he has skill. We see him as Strider, this ranger. He's got skills. We kind of like him, but we don't know exactly what he's capable of. And then I'm not sure when LeBron transitioned to the king. What year in his career that happened? Maybe it was his first playoff appearance. I'm not sure.
Homie.
Year 2. Well, Aragorn steps up into who he's supposed to be, which I think he always knew he was supposed to be this, but he just was hesitant to really allow his fate to become him, his destiny to be king. And that's why I think LeBron he became this leader. He became this force of nature that you cannot stop from scoring. And Aragorn's kind of the same way, that he's a great leader. He's a player coach. He's a player coach in every sense of the word. I bet LeBron could coach right now. I'm not sure how well he did. He might be. He's a coach, general manager, like everything. And Aragorn, I'd say, is LeBron. It's just he's the king. He's the king.
My Aragorn, I can't believe he slandered this name already, but my Aragorn is Jeff Hardy.
Oh!
The reason why I picked Jeff Hardy as my Aragorn, because Aragorn's going into situations that he knows, like, I can get up right now. Like, I might not come out of this the same person. I might not come out of this alive.
He leads his men to a suicide mission to the Black Gates.
He says whenever he goes into something and doing it, he says, That's exactly Jeff Hardy doing ladder matches, jumping off 30-foot ladders. Like, this man sacrifices himself for the greater good of everybody else. When I mean everybody else, I mean the entertainment of WWE. But I think Jeff Hardy he legitimately kind of reminds me a lot. He's like what we were talking about earlier, where Aragorn going into the caves, going to talk to the freaking ghost and trying to have them. He's like who knows? They might want to kill him.
Was that him going to Pat Riley like, hey, come on, need this win, need this ring?
But like him doing that is just showing that like he's willing to sacrifice himself for the greater good of everybody. And I kind of feel like Jeff Hardy, in a way, he just sacrificed himself for the greater good of the company. I mean, of WWE. But he just freaking.
That's a solid comparison.
That guy does some crazy shit that you look on YouTube. You look on YouTube, Jeff Hardy, you will not be disappointed.
Yeah, those highlights are unreal.
That's pretty solid.
That's a really good comparison of just like
both have been really good so far.
Oh, thanks, Brett. What about you? Are you gonna follow us up with a good one, or are we gonna make fun of you?
No, I took the route where it's like, so I went with Peyton Manning, and I think like
Omaha,
and I would have like I liked the LeBron one, but I went from the end where it's like Peyton Manning was destined, like this was his destiny, you know, like his dad's like the core
family tie.
It's a family.
Yeah.
It's like it's the Manning family. It runs in their blood, and Archie Manning Jr. If you watched him on ESPN last week or 2 weeks ago, he was pretty good.
Is he legit?
In high school, he's pretty dope.
Is he gonna make it?
Yeah, he's pretty good. And so, I just feel like same with Aragorn. Like, it's not like he's some self-made dude. I guess he kind of is, but at the end of the day, like, this was your kind of destiny. Like, you were, like, this is your blood. You know, like you're supposed
you just need to accept it.
Yeah, you're supposed to be this. You know, and great leaders. Like Peyton Manning's a great leader. And then Peyton Manning won multiple Super Bowls. And so, like, he's a champion.
2.
Yeah, he's a champion. And even though they should not beat Carolina. But he's a champion. And that's what I think.
That reminds me, so what you said was I think that was, you brought up a solid point that reminded me of what, because I was dating this girl in college one time, and she's a big Lord of the Rings nerd. And I said, like, all right, in a fight between Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas to the death, who wins? And she said Aragorn, even though I thought, okay, Legolas is a clear winner. He's far more cunning. But her response was like, Aragorn has a lot more destiny, and like there's a lot more mystique and like destiny and fate in his bloodline. It's kind of like what we said about Arwen earlier. She's born of that bloodline. She has fate and destiny upon her, which might guide her blade, that might guide arrows away from her. Like whatever you want to say, fate might happen. You're not destined to die in the mud in such a meaningless way. Aragorn, it's like Achilles. You're destined for more. You're meant for more, and I think Aragorn has that about him. Peyton Manning, like your bloodline is of a champion. His sons, like his brother's a champion. Does his dad win a Super Bowl?
No, Archie never did, but he was like
he's a champion of the most sacks of all time.
Was he defender?
Oh, he got killed.
He got killed, and he has the most starts. And like, Eli was about to take it, and freaking what's the douchebag coach sat his ass for freaking Daniel Jones?
Oh,
hey.
Mm-hmm. No, he sat for Geno Smith. Oh,
no, it was the
wow.
What was his name? The fat one before the Vikings.
Matt McAdoo or something like that.
No,
McAdoo.
Yeah, it was McAdoo with the mustache.
Yeah.
You're right. McAdoo sat him for the one game. Remember?
Geno Smith, not
Daniel
Jones.
Was that what it was? Because his ass was on the line, so he sat him and broke the record. He was like 2 games. He was like 2 games away from beating his dad's record.
Not no mo.
He started crying.
What were we?
Aragorn.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Very good. I can dig that. Let's go. All right, so we have We have Gandalf, Boromir, and Gollum. Which order?
He's not part of it.
He's not, but I'll give you Gollum as
I got Gollum mixed in with Boromir. I thought Gollum was part of it, not Boromir. Because Boromir died so quick, you know. Like I didn't think he was a thing.
Who's your Gandalf?
My Gandalf is Ric Flair. Because Ric Flair can never f***ing die. That is why.
All right.
Ric Flair is always down to party. Ric Flair is always down to do anything, just like Gandalf is. Gandalf the Grey, Ric Flair the Grey. Gandalf the White, Ric Flair the White. Ric Flair, he's been on life support for like 3 times already, and this guy will just not die, just like Gandalf.
He can't die.
He can't die. Ric Flair is the man.
My Gandalf, also wrestler, Undertaker, just coming up. He can control the lights a little bit. They flash. He has the Undertaker has the magic ability to control every light system in every arena in the United States. He can just turn them off, turn them back on. This is a grown man hiding under a ring. Doesn't matter. Gandalf's about to win. He comes back. the dead man. I'd say Gandalf standard. Plus, they have like a similar hat.
That's
That's
both great ones.
What do you got?
I said like the old Tim Duncan, where it's like low-key, like they're like still the best or whatever, but you probably not gonna get you 30 a night. But when you need that clutch like 2 to tie it with a minute left or whatever, like
Tim didn't get the job done though. He didn't give the
Tim.
putback. If you recall in the finals.
And I guess LeBron.
Yeah, I want to
Well,
say
I mean, he was facing the GOAT, so it's like, what it is. And hey, Gandalf
the Witch King maybe is LeBron.
I mean, Gandalf came to clutch pretty much every single time, but like, I don't know. I feel like if I really think about it right now, like, I could.
Tim Duncan, best power forward of all time.
I could find. Yeah, I know, but I could probably find like one blemish on Gandalf's resume. But you don't think so?
Not enough. He doesn't use enough magic. I want to say.
I agree.
He flaunts it a few times.
I think some of his blemishes when he gets the freaking horse, then at the goddamn, and he's got to travel like 4 or 5 days, and
That's
then
shadow facts to you.
okay, sorry, then at the end of the damn movie, he's able to get some goddamn eagles, and the freaking eagles
So,
go pick,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
dude, you know how much
that
time you
was-
can save if you want to
Hey.
go get a goddamn eagle.
So we
fly
can
on
go
an
about
eagle
that. There's a
somewhere.
question
true,
later
bro. That's
on.
true.
All right,
That's
I won't
true.
spoil the question. I think it's probably the best
But
question.
yeah,
in
he's
the-
pretty. You can't really nitpick at Gandalf.
Yeah, Gandalf is
He
like,
does everything you
hey,
want him to do.
Not to get into like a super conversation. We can just be yes or no questions, so we don't get so distracted. Gandalf, Yoda, Dumbledore. I mean, let's be real. Gandalf is by far the most clutch.
Go
competent.
Like-
And he's a better guide.
Yeah,
I think he's a better
he doesn't
guide
let
of
people
humanity
down,
and
bro.
just
Like,
the
I'd
protagonist.
say Yoda would be up there if he didn't isolate himself over a dumbass mistake.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you
Yoda's
train for?
mentally weak.
He's very him.
But just to isolate
Obi-Wan.
himself, come on.
Like,
What
you
are
lose-
doing?
you-
Okay, you up one time, whatever. Everybody
Like,
messes
why not
up.
come
Just
back?
accept it, come back and be better. For
I
you
guess
not to be better and isolate
tripping.
yourself, oh my god.
Baby Yoda comes out Friday. Hey, I'm excited
Hey,
I gotta
fucking
rewatch
Mando.
it in the
Let's
for that.
go.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
I'm
get on
planning on rewatching it tonight. I'm starting episode 1.
Good man. Boromir. Boromir. You guys want to give me your Boromir? I can drop
Yes.
the. I got a bomb for you guys. Don't
Boromir?
look. Don't look.
I don't have a Boromir.
My Boromir.
My Boromir's worth
What'd I
like
say?
3 opinions.
Boromir was super hard for me. I said, okay.
Johnny Sins.
I said Alex Smith. I said you kind of felt like he sucked in the beginning. You're like, this guy trash. Like, like get rid of him. As his the movie and the season the seasons progressed for Alex Smith and Boromir, like kind of realized, like kind of dope and kind of good. Like,
Start liking him a little bit,
you
right?
like him a lot. You know,
Wears
shit,
on
like,
you.
Alex Smith is dope. He's good. Boromir's dope. And unfortunately, they both suffer tragic ends.
Yes, they do.
Where Alex Smith snaps his leg in multiple pieces
Oh
and almost
my
has to get
God.
amputated. And Boromir gets shot 3 times with arrows and dies. And so I think that's very similar arcs. And so I'll go with Alex Smith.
I like that. I like
a good
that.
one. I like that.
I'm going to also an NFL player or former NFL player, Aaron Hernandez. I think there's a lot of evil in his heart. He's a bad man, but at the end of the day,
You so clearly said you love Boromir as your favorite character.
as I do.
And yet you named him Aaron Hernandez.
Well, here's the reason.
It's very sus.
Aaron
I am
Hernandez.
concerned.
No, it's because there's evil in his heart, and Aaron Hernandez doesn't redeem himself, unlike Boromir. So there's a huge difference. But Aaron Hernandez died a champion, as did Boromir.
Oh, damn. He actually did.
Death. It's like regardless of your death, you got the job done.
Actually, to be real, did he ever win a
Wait,
championship?
did Aaron Hernandez win?
Didn't they lose to
don't
the
know.
No, they
Giants
lost.
again?
They
Yeah.
lost because
So Aaron
he was
Hernandez
on that.
did not
He
have
was
a
on that
Super Bowl
14
ring.
and 0
That
team.
one- I swear to gosh. Wait.
No, I think he was on that 16 and 0 team, 16 or 15 and 0 team, and they lost.
This might just completely shatter
because they
the
gave
Boromir
him the
pick.
contract, and because Gronk was only like in his second year, I think. He was like
Yeah,
the only person that
I-
they ever gave money, like money to.
I don't think Aaron Hernandez ever.
I don't think he ever won
Oh,
one.
never mind then. I won't sully the name of
But
Boromir
no,
with Aaron
let's just
Hernandez.
say he was a champion.
He died a champion. I thought if he
champion. I think he died a
if he
champion.
did have the ring, he died like
I don't think they won it,
champion's blood.
but
maybe not.
I think
He's
they-
checking it out.
He died a champion. I mean, you could totally cut this out and say, yeah, he died a champion.
Totally. Who does research? Gollum. You didn't have one. Did you have a
I
Gollum at all?
have a Gollum. I don't have a Boromir.
Give me a Gollum.
My Gollum.
It better not be
His
mine.
Mine is fantastic.
So is mine.
Mine's better.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
What if it's the same one?
Oh my god, I'm pissed. So my Gollum, because Gollum's the biggest eye guy ever. All he cares about himself. Schmeagol cares about himself.
Schmeagol.
So I'm just thinking about Vince McMahon.
Oh!
Is that who you picked?
No. I got something
Yeah, I got
more
freaking
sinister.
Money Vince McMahon. All he cares
No
about is
chance.
himself, no matter what it comes down to. He just cares about himself, and that's all Vince McMahon cares about is money and himself.
Smeagol's just walking
That's
down the
very
ramp.
good.
Yeah, exactly.
My Gollum was O.J. Simpson because he starts. So O.J. All right, think about O.J. He starts off. He's in college. Everybody loves this guy, right? He gets to NFL. Everybody loves him. He's a good guy, and then he becomes corrupted somehow, and then kills somebody.
What are you talking about? He's a freaking murderer.
He is a murderer.
He's
So
a
did
murderer.
I know. And Smeagol murders his friend Deagle, finds the ring, kills him, and then starts losing it. OJ goes to jail, starts going crazy, right? And then with Frodo and Sam, he kind of comes to a little bit, aka OJ getting out of jail. And then
Hello,
they
Twitter.
go on a little, hello, Twitter world. We just know if Gollum survived, this is a murderer that is walking among us. This guy has straight up cut
I don't
somebody's head
understand
off.
the transformation of Gollum, though.
How he becomes crazy because of the ring.
How he looks. He goes from being a freaking hobbit to that.
That shows
they
what
just show
the
the
ring
transformation.
does to you. Like, that's cool. Like, how does a homeless person get to the point where, like, there's locks in their hair and their, like, skin's peeling off? They're so
called crack.
addicted to crack. It's heroin. It's drug addiction. Like, imagine the ring is all wrapped up into one, and it physically changed him inside and out. He's just this monster, this creature. I think he's supposed to symbolize what the ring can do to you.
But the ring could keep you young. Not young,
Yeah, he was
but
up. He was alive for hundreds of years. Bilbo too,
Yeah.
and Bilbo eventually would have ended up looking like Gollum. I don't know how Bilbo was able to
Bilbo
hold
was
onto the
looking
ring
like towards the end of it, though.
because he got
finally
rid of it and he
aging.
started
Yeah.
aging. But
He
I don't.
was
Super
shit.
quick, like
It's I think Frodo. Maybe it's that family that is able to. Maybe there's something about Frodo and Bilbo that can resist the ring because Bilbo had it for I don't know how many years before Gandalf
like
shows up at his.
60.
So that amount of time, Frodo had it for I don't know. I think the book said that the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy was like 10, 12 years. That whole thing took over a decade. But for Bilbo to have the ring that long and not be super corrupt, like he used it as a joke, and yeah, he had like trouble like leaving it, which he did. I think that takes, and for Boromir was around it for I don't know how long, and it started driving him crazy. For Bilbo to hold onto it for that long and just be
And put it in his pocket.
kind of cool. nice. So yeah, that's it for them. God damn, that took a minute. Where in Middle Earth do you golf? Where's like a place you'd want to go?
I want to go where the elf lives when they're
Rivendell?
with the two guys going like this. You know when they're in
Oh
the kayaks?
yeah, they're
And
holding
then, oh
on.
yeah, is it like that? When they're in the kayaks and they're going through that and they're all looking at it and everything like that. I think that'd be the. Which spot was that?
Wow.
Is that
I'm not
Rivendell?
sure what that spot's
Because they were
called.
only there for a little.
that's like in the Fellowship, right? When they're like
That's right before they fight the orcs.
Yeah, right before the Uruk-hai
Yeah.
come. Wow, that's really cool. Didn't think of that.
That's a
that's
good
my spot.
That's,
That's
a
a good
solid, that's a
spot.
solid spot. I said Rivendell. I think
Rivendell's a dope spot.
I think Rivendell would be cool, or Rohan.
I was gonna say Rohan would be very much like Scotland,
Yeah.
the old course. I think I would go. Oh, Rohan would be cool. Honestly, the Shire. It's probably a nice 9-hole.
the
It's probably a
Shire.
really nice. Everything's a par 3. You know, it's just.
Hey, I part threes. You know
Let's
what? I
go.
should have been in the Shire. Because I feel like
Shire's
Rivendell would be
dope.
scary. For like, Rivendell wouldn't be good because I'd get hitting a lot in the water.
Rivendell would be a difficult course
Yeah, like,
for
I ain't
sure.
the best golfer. Shire, I'd be lit. Par 3.
Would you golf in Mordor?
Oh, heck no.
Like
I ain't
that'd be
trying to
tough. That'd be tough.
I ain't trying to be around like lava and shit.
Fucking little toasty. Little
Freaking
toasty.
Mordor, have all the orcs.
This is a
Try to pull up on me.
post-liberation Mordor. What if it's like
Oh.
a destination now?
Mordor.
Well, that's a question later on. Like,
That's a solid
what
question.
do you do with Mordor? Like, if you're Aragorn, like, what do you do like assemble another army, go over there and clear out whatever evil's left? Like, how do you? It's just like it all kind of imploded. Like, what do you do with Mordor? You just let it be,
I definitely think that, yeah, you go in there and you eradicate anything that's remaining.
right?
Because I think that's what they...
You go into Moria, you kill all the goblins, you slaughter all this evil.
I think now that you have a coalition, like... I'd like to think, like... Here's a question for you, and I'm really curious if you know anything, because, like... What I would do if I was Aragorn, I would have Gimli reunite with any of the remaining dwarves.
There's a lack of dwarf influence in this, right? It's just Gimli. There's no others. It's like, why are the elves and dwarves
Well,
so
there is-
non-existent?
There are a couple. He comes with a couple more.
He had a few with his posse, but they're not down to fight. Of course they're down to fight.
Jesus.
You should talk to your neighbor.
So, what language?
It's crazy.
We're moving on with these questions. What language in Middle Earth you want to learn? Dwarf, Elvish, that of Mordor.
The only one that I heard was Elvish.
There's Elvish. There's dwarves.
What's the dwarf language?
That's like the book that Gandalf reads, and it kind of trails off. They are coming, the drums in the dark.
Tell me off of just one little scene if I want to learn that.
You want to learn dwarf? You look like an Elvish guy. You want to, yeah. What about you, Brent?
Be able to talk to those freaking
those
lassies.
The language of Mordor.
Line for sure. Like all of a sudden they just see a normal human.
So sandwiches, elf fantasies not looking so crazy.
Age, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I would say
it's reverse. I get older, they say. Oh no, it's the same. It's the same. Oh my god.
I would say definitely elf. It's like
Elvish is dope.
I mean, listen, like let's be real. Those elven girls are pretty hot.
My fantasy is not so out of control, right?
What was your fantasy?
Just elvish girl, or like you have a girlfriend. She puts on
wanna
some elf ears, and you
wear,
go out and hunt her in the forest, and you meet by a spring.
You want
have a
them to
Dornish
wear
win.
what Arwen wears? Like,
No, I want less than that. I want
looking up at Mr.
no.
Smith.
I want some kind of like shredded, kind of like they're of the forest type elves. Like they camp out a little bit, but they
talking about like where Wonder Woman's from. What are those
maybe
women
a little
called?
bit. Amazons.
Amazon women.
They're not so much Amazons, but they're out there. They're of the earth. They're of the forest. They know how to barbecue really well. They wash themselves in natural spring waters. They understand a good candle.
To be honest,
Scented
I never
candle.
saw an elf eat.
We saw Legos drink a little bit in the extended version, which I don't think you saw. But he's like, my finger's all tingly. And, like he has a drinking game with Gimli, and then Gimli just passes the out because he's out. And Legos outdrinks Gimli. That's also a thing. I would learn that of. I guess Elvish is the way to go, but just for
What other one
a little
would there
different.
be? I'm trying to
Mordor,
think,
the language of that of Mordor, where Gandalf
sketch.
cannot utter it here because he's a bitch.
What about
Oh,
orc?
yeah.
Would you want to learn orc?
No. The only other one I was thinking maybe would be
I believe that's called Spanish.
What about like the Nazgul like?
Ooh,
Oh, that'd be pretty
just a
cool.
high pitched squeal.
If you can
Hell yeah.
freaking command it, that would be pretty cool.
That'd be cool.
Ooh, here's a question for you guys. This one's a little heavy. Well, not heavy. But your favorite quote? What out of all three movies? What was like your favorite quote? One that stuck with you? Ride now, ride for ruin.
I don't really got a favorite quote.
Yeah, that's.
You'd have to watch it a couple times, I'd say.
That's probably my favorite quote.
Theoden's pump up speech.
Yeah. I
What
like
over
that.
Aragorn's at the Black Gate? For all that
Oh,
you
yeah.
hold dear,
Yeah.
I bid you stand, men of the West. Like just.
Yeah, but I didn't like that because it's like West. Like it wasn't ever established what was West and East. Was it?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't get why he said men of the West.
I think Mordor is the official, like that's the East. Them East, like the Easterlings, the Southerlings, like the guys on the elephants and the boats. That's Mordor over. And the free people of the West. Excuse me.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
That was all like Rohan, Gondor, and I think there are other factions, but it was just
I wish they could have
Wrong.
shown the boats getting taken over.
they get f***ed up.
Yeah, but they didn't even.
In the extended version of Return of the King, you see Aragorn sitting there with Gimli and Legolas, and they're yelling, like the guys in the boat's like, "Wow, what are you doing?" They start laughing at him, like they're like, Aragorn's like, "You must stop" or something like that. And they're like, "You and what army?" He's just sitting there, he's like, "This army," and then all the ghosts just run through him, and they just f*** up all the guys on the boats. It's delicious.
That was one of my favorite scenes.
Favorite quote for me is in the first movie, and they're in Moria. They're kind of lost, and Frodo's kind of talking to Gandalf. He's like, "I wish the ring never came to me. Like, I wish this never happened." And Gandalf's like, "Well, so did all who live to see such time. That's not for them to decide. All you have to decide is what to do at the time that is given to you." That is, if not my favorite quote, followed very closely by Sam's monologue at the end of the second movie. Frodo's about to give up the ring to the f***ing Nazgul, and Sam tackles him, brings him down, and then it's like Frodo's like, "Ah!" Like, "Oh God, sorry," and then like Sam's like, "By all rights, we shouldn't be here, but we are," and he gives him this speech of like, "There's good in this world, Mr. Frodo, and it's worth fighting for." Like, it's kind of something I believe people can hear about like right now. There's so much bad, there's so much bull going on in the world, but there is good, and that is absolutely worth fighting for. So those two are jockeying for the top spot for sure.
I like that. Yeah, actually,
They're solid quotes.
The ones I had written down was the King Theoden speech before he rides to defend Gondor. Mm-hmm. And then the other one was I had what you had mentioned earlier was when Gimli said, "I never thought I'd die with an elf," and Legolas says, "How about a friend?" or whatever.
Yeah,
that was my favorite.
That's solid. That's a great quote. Yeah. So I talked to Brent about this a little bit. As Aragorn, what's your first move as king? Do you got to send a bunch of dudes over to Mordor and tune, like, whoever's left, you just kill them all? Like, you start a new army? Like, what do you do as king if you're Aragorn?
Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
So you just gotta finish the job, slaughter.
I mean, I guess you'd be doing that, but you would establish like an allegiance. I think when you establish allegiance with the elves, since like you're married to an elf, so now you kind of have to establish and saying that they're kind of going to be part of this world with us, this new world with us.
I'm your huckleberry.
Turn those boats around. Get back in here.
Something along the lines of that. But I don't know. I guess damn near the job's damn near finished. Mm-hmm. That's where I'm at with it.
So here's all right. I thought this was like oh, good job with this question sandwich. So Saruman and Sauron, they lose the game, right? They lose the game. If there was a post-game conference with them two, they're up at the table. They have their hoodies on. They're like, what do you think the bad guys could have done to have clinched victory? Like what could Sauron? They bumbled their way. They had everything going for them, but they choked it away.
Mountain.
Protect the mountain. They sent everybody. They sent everybody out of the gate.
Yeah, protect the goddamn mountain. Send everybody there. Don't fucking leave the goddamn mountain.
Why not send the Nazgul with their They sent them in horses out the gate.
Right there. Just leave one of those. Leave one of those
one.
Kings,
You have 9.
Like one of those kings and just leave them right there.
But in the first movie, why not? If you have this dragon technology, why not send them to the Shire? Because you know how he's just looking for the hobbits they're hiding underneath.
Maybe have freaking what's the white-haired guy's name again?
Saruman.
Maybe have him do something like. When did he ever leave his tower? He didn't.
He's just sitting there up top, jacking
He's
off.
sitting there thinking he's the big
making
man.
art. He built an army worthy of Mordor. He bet like 10,000 orcs, a bunch of NFL linebacker-looking motherfuckers, the Urukai. Like, how do they slip up? How do they lose all
Protect the freaking mountain.
They
only
lost
place
Helm's
that the ring
Deep.
could get destroyed is you're telling me you're not gonna have one guard there?
Idiot.
Nothing.
One guard.
Nobody.
Just one person.
That's a struggle.
Where at
Mount Doom, there's
Yeah.
not one
Not
Nazgul
one
would
guy.
have killed them all. Take the ring, put
I
it
do
on
not
his
want to
dick.
watch the.
LA's winning.
I do not want to watch
Get
the.
that out of here.
It's
2-1.
Top of the 8th.
Top of the 8th. Yeah, deal with this. This is bullshit.
Turn it a little bit. It's ruining my audio.
Oh, sorry.
I don't want it. I don't want these.
Oh, and
Clown
Mookie
shoes
Betts is up
sons of
next.
bitches.
That sucks.
I've said this to multiple people. I know my girlfriend works for the Giants and is supposed to not like the Dodgers, but like low key Dodgers this year. Like,
Why?
Dude, I like Mookie Betts. I like the redhead. Like
Turner, Mookie Betts.
Yeah, I like those
Don't
guys.
get me wrong. I like those guys too.
Yeah.
But it's the Dodgers. Dude, Dodger fans are the Dodger fans and the Yankee fans are the biggest douchebags in the goddamn
Shout out to
MLB.
Allison Calvert.
Yeah, Calvert. You get the highest payroll. You guys still suck at it.
know.
Travis had a Dodgers.
He's a
fan.
Yankees fan.
fan,
He's
even
worse.
Oh wow.
Gross.
Yeah,
He's
he's
evil.
disgusting.
Anyways.
What could Saruman and Sauron have done in their they're in their post game conference? Like, what are they talking about? Like should pass the ball a little more. Should like they could have done better on defense.
Sauron
obviously.
probably shouldn't have picked Saruman. Like that's number one.
Sauron came sucking up to
Who
him.
do you think he should have picked?
I mean, hindsight's 2020. I mean, obviously Gandalf.
Gandalf's not
Gandalf's
evil,
a better
though.
wizard, yeah. I think
Gandalf's not
Saruman
evil.
had it within him. And there's also, when I was playing...
What about what was the animal that Gandalf fought for like 48 hours?
The
the
Balrog.
Balrog of Mordor.
Come on, how does that thing lose?
He's a bitch. He's on the post game panel too. He was their
on the
center.
panel. That should be the thing guarding the freaking Mountain of Doom. That's what should be there. That
I don't
should be
think
the
you can
guard.
control it. I think it's like a force
Yeah,
of
you
nature.
fucking put it inside the goddamn mountain. How's it gonna leave?
Chilling in Moria, bro. There's God, what was I gonna say? Oh, when I was playing War of the Ring, that massive board game with AJ, it's just 2-on-2. Like there's or 1-on-1. There's like
Naked combat?
like kind of the not naked combat. Oh fuck! Put in any naked combat questions. I fuck. Anyways, there like Sauron has a huge and wild throbbing arrogance to him, or his like, all my guys, these guys are coming out the black gate, it, put them all in there. He's that arrogant. He's so fixed on finding the ring, and I don't know. These are kind of assumptions because they don't really go into Sauron as the character, like why he's doing. He's just evil and malice. He's this ultimate evil. He's just an eye. Well, there's intent.
Do they
it's like why
how the hell he became an eye?
He was destroyed, but I think like his essence, like as long as the ring's alive, so is he, because he kind of put his soul, like his soul, his essence, everything he is in that ring. So as long as that's still there, he's still alive, and he just kind of manifested as this eye, like an all-seeing eye, which is kind of bizarre, but I guess it just kind of keeps him as not something that really has a lot of character traits and something that needs to be developed, but he's just this kind of essence, he's this force that doesn't really have much to him.
Yeah, no.
Freaking,
I just feel like Sauron, like, I have to think that he didn't know that if he put the ring in the fire that it would get blown up.
Oh, bullshit.
My mom is so damn loud, it's ridiculous.
It's all good. We love Jackie.
Why do you think? No, dude, that's bullshit. You're telling me you don't think that he knows his one weakness?
He had to have known this was going on.
Hey,
she can talk. She can talk.
You can't hear it.
It's
you
all
won't
good.
be able to hear it.
It's all good. Any Jackie's gonna like if there's Jackie in the background.
This guy thinks he's about to go tough talk Jackie Clark. Get the hell out of here with that. You ain't gonna say shit.
I was.
Hell no. In front of freaking Brooklyn,
here.
I guarantee she'll flex right now so Brooklyn knows who the freaking alpha is, big time.
Dude, we're trying to record a podcast.
Hey, we can do some. Let's do a couple hot takes before we get too off the cuff. I thought Boromir was going to be my hot take as the best member of the Fellowship, but I will say that old man at Helm's Deep, the guy that lets his arrow loose a little too soon, I think that was a boss move because he is old as f***. He knows I'm going to die as soon as this battle gets started.
He didn't mean to do it.
No, he did. He totally did.
Did you not see the reaction on his face?
He's like, oh, no, here's what happened. He realized he's going to die out the gate, right? This is my one chance to have a 1-to-1 KD ratio. As soon as this starts, I'm
hit
dead.
A bomb.
You lose.
No
Damn it.
Good day, sir.
No way.
Damn, the Dodgers are going to win. But I don't want to watch the Dodgers.
That's kind of clutch.
Apparently he wants to see this. You understand? He wants to see
yeah,
this.
he does. I do not want to see
Dude, you really hate the Dodgers that much?
I gotta go pee-pee real quick. Where's the pee-pee chamber?
Yes.
Go down the hallway to the left.
All right,
Well,
so why don't you guys talk about your hot takes when I get back? I better see you guys almost fighting.
Wow.
Or not.
When you go in there, tell my mom to pipe down because we're trying to record a podcast.
Never tell your mother what to do.
But I let it home, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, I haven't had this in how long? Dude, you're high as shit. I forgot what we were talking about, but I was just looking at you. I was like, oh, this man is on one right now.
Yep, still am. So, my hot takes, let's see.
Hey, freak show!
Well, you already saw my hot takes because, like,
nowhere.
I guess one of my hot takes was how King Theoden is super underrated, but then you guys both agreed, like, King Theoden is...
He really... After you watch it, dude,
Like,
he kind of frustrated sometimes just the way that he treated Aragorn. He kind of, like, frustrated me. But he was for the cause. Like, he was down. He was willing. He's down to die.
Another hot take. I think the one that Aragorn chose, Eowyn, is hotter than Arwen.
Oh, for sure. That's not a hot take. That's a fact, homie. Are you kidding me?
The elf?
You're talking about some chick that no matter how old, you're about to be, well, in Aragorn's case, like 200 years old, about to die, and she's still looking like she's 22, some prime freaking meat. Come on, boy. You're not going to pick that? You're not going to pick that?
Good taste, bro.
Dude, Aragorn's got great taste. What are you talking about? And he secured the bag with the necklace, secured the bag.
For a ranger, my man was pimping. Like, he was on one. Like,
Dude, he was able to swoop that over Legolas? Like, come on, dude. Legolas was his only competition. Maybe Gimli. But Legolas was his only competition right there, for sure.
Here's kind of a hot take. Like, here's kind of a hot take. You know how Sandwich was a...
Adorable.
Sandwich was talking about how Aragorn and Legolas had a good relationship and that, like, kind of spiritual, and it was, dope, which it was 100% wrong. Part of me, and I get, like, someone has to be the leader, but, like, I didn't necessarily love how Aragorn tried to boss Legolas around sometimes. Like, hold up, wait a minute, bro. Like, You're the king.
I don't
of the
think he
men.
really
How
was
so?
bossing
How
around.
so?
I don't think he was
You're
really
the king-
bossing
you're the
around.
king- you're the
I think
king
there
of
was
men, but
there was an
hold on.
there was an understanding between the two that like Aragorn is the king. Like I think
Anthony Davis knows it's LeBron's team.
Legolas,
right?
like Legolas.
Oh,
That's perfect way to say it. Yo, Anthony Davis is as of now. Anthony Davis is definitely better player. But
Really?
no way.
what?
You're a LeBron guy. What the hell?
I
are you doing? That's the hot
love
take.
LeBron. I love LeBron, but like Legolas is like the young up and coming dude that like. Okay, LeBron could average his triple-double, but like a low triple-double, like a 20,
I
10,
hear you.
10.
So-
Anthony Davis out there dropping freaking 35. Like, I don't need to be dropping 35, 10, and 10. Like, I could comfortably do my 10 and 10.
Yeah.
Got energy for defense. Like,
So I
you
bet
know
their
what I'm saying?
effectiveness killing is different from, like, say, overall leadership abilities, which
Yeah,
LeBron is
like,
probably better.
like
leader.
Aragorn's not going to go out and kill an elephant, you know what I'm saying?
if he wanted to.
Aramir did. All right, I got here.
Aomir for sure did.
Yeah, I know. Aramir's a beast.
What?
He killed two of them, low key.
Yeah, he did.
Dude,
with
I
one
wish
foot.
they expanded. I wish
Better
they
kill than
expanded
Legolas.
his character more. Like you got to know his character a little bit more. You really didn't get to know his
Aramir was
character.
my favorite characters. As a kid.
Aramir is
In the,
a fucking
in the
savage.
extended
You know,
edition.
Aramir,
I would take Aomir over
dude,
Boromir.
Aramir. You're talking about freaking Butcher,
Aramir's dope, dude.
Butcher?
That's damn. Billy Butcher.
Billy Butcher.
That's great. I
That's
didn't
solid.
know that.
Solid. No, that's solid.
When you guys
Carl
told me
Urban
that-
is an amazing actor. He's in so many
Great
things.
actor.
Carl
Great
Urban's great.
Hey,
But
I say that needs to be the next podcast.
Oh,
is
The Boys? The Boys?
yep.
Fuck.
Yep, down.
Send it now. Send it now.
What we were talking about at Carboni's?
We can't get into it.
It's all good. It's all good. No,
Don't
we
even-
can't
don't
open
even
up that can of
start.
worms. But I think, man, that makes me want to kind of reverse. Like Aomir is the best, as my favorite. You're like, oh, Boromir's there. Fuck, Boromir's a
Aomir-
great character.
Aomir-
Plus,
Aomir's a great
his
character.
in the I keep talking about the extended version of the movie. He has
Oh,
an
yeah,
extended
I'm not
dialogue
talking
with
about that.
Eowyn, Arwen. I can't.
I don't remember how that.
His sister, when she's talking about why should Mary not be able to like fight for the ones he loves,
Yeah.
and his response is like, war is a province of men. In the extended version, he has more of like when the screaming starts and the dying starts and the blood is pouring. Like he gets a little darker. He gets way dark, and they expand a little bit, and they even show him a little bit in the original cut, but in the next one, like he finds Arwen, or Eowyn. And he's like holding her in his arms. He thinks she's dead, and he's just like losing it. And he's f***ing bawling his eyes out because he thinks his sister died.
They really build his character.
A little bit. They do a little bit. You don't see him much in the Two Towers, honestly, in the beginning, and then at the end when he comes back and fights. But in the third movie, he just balls out. He's just such a great warrior. Dope ass armor too.
I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge Aomir fan.
Yep.
Attention campers, lunch has been cancelled today due to lack of
What was your guys' hot takes?
Deal with it.
I was just saying.
Don't even know. I don't even remember.
It's all good. It's all good.
I was.
Pot has been full of them. You said you had plenty.
I mean,
What did we talk about?
I forgot what we're talking
I don't
about.
even know.
Oh, that the elf is hotter than the blonde chick.
Oh
Yeah. That's
Hey, that
Liv
sounds-
Tyler. That's Steven Tyler's daughter.
Who's that?
Steven
Tyler. No way. Yeah.
Steven
I knew
Tyler's
that,
daughter.
I
Which
knew
one?
that, I knew that.
Aragorn's slam piece, Arwen.
What other movies is she in?
She's in Armageddon. And in the Incredible Hulk, the second Hulk movie
Oh,
with
shit,
Ed Norton.
shit.
She sure is that. She's a love interest.
She's in some stuff. She's a
That's
good
not some
actress.
stuff. That's a movie.
The second Hulk movie with Ed Norton.
All the Hulk movies are not that good.
Yeah, they're all terrible.
The first one with Eric Bana is like weird. The second one with Ed Norton, I think, is decent. Doesn't
They're
really
not
hold
good.
up.
It just kind of surprises me that, like, I mean, like, they were able to capture, like, Thor Ragnarok. They captured it perfectly. Like,
solid.
why did they never try again with Hulk?
He didn't have I think, as big a fan base. He's a la
Everybody
carte.
loves Hulk.
He's an appetizer. He's not. I guess
Everybody loves
his
Hulk.
character wasn't compelling enough to be
You
standalone.
fucking. Everybody loves Hulk. That's why everybody was
enough,
pissed
apparently.
when Hulk was a poon when it came to
When he's
Endgame.
Smart Hulk. Oh, Dr. Hulk.
We already
whatever.
went down this rabbit hole. Do not get me started.
We won't get there. Wait. Stay out of the rabbit hole. Stay out of the rabbit hole.
Frustrating that we didn't get Hulk.
No.
Very frustrating.
Gentlemen,
Acting like they need his ass. They didn't need shit. They needed Bruce.
it is it's that time. It's that time for off the cuff. Off the f***ing cuff. Got 10 questions. 10 questions. May or may not have anything to do with what the we've been talking about. You've been through this before. How many podcasts have you been part of? How many Sunday sessions we do watching Vikings?
We haven't
games
done
last
any
year?
this year. But
None this year.
Yeah, I mean,
We've
they
done a
suck
couple.
dick
We've
this
had
year.
a
Nobody would
couple.
want those. But I think probably maybe 5.
two.
I think maybe
So
5.
you guys like crafty vets. You know the game.
4
So
or
let's get
5.
started. The first one is Bronx intimidated by the new puppy at all? Is this thrown at stake a little bit? Is he like
Intimidated?
shit?
I don't think so
He's
whatsoever.
definitely not intimidated. Is not the right word. He's more
look behind you and tell me if that intimidated. He's chilling outside. He's letting everybody know that I'm about this life
I
right
would
now.
say-
Sub-zero temperatures.
He's
I'm
not,
fluffy
not
enough.
intimidated. He's more just nervous around her in the sense of like he's trying to feel her out, like because I think he knows like I gotta like not get too angry.
There's a new bitch on the street.
No, like, I think Bronx he's really trying to be watch himself and like try to not like snap at her because she hasn't deserved some retaliation from Bronx.
Dude, Bronx is a solid dog, dude.
Well,
He's a good dog.
you put him into not a weird position, but he's there, so he has to act mature enough to like not snap
I'll
back
say
or
this-
anything.
I'll say
But if
this
he
much.
does, then he's the bad guy.
I'll say that
He's got a very thin line.
I'll say this much.
Exactly.
If you guys,
Indeed. That's crazy.
perfect. But I'll say this much: if that was Rio and a puppy, not happening.
No,
Not happening
none of this
whatsoever.
will be happening.
Bronx is a great dog.
He'll be
Solid
right
dude.
there
Solid
fucking
dude.
barking
Yeah.
for 3 hours straight, probably.
Bronx is a great dog.
No, I don't know 3 hours straight, but yeah.
Good call, you guys. What does it sound like when John Madden busts a nut?
Deal with it.
I need like get into character.
What
get
is
his
what
own.
is like? What's one of his
30.
famous lines?
It's a
off
boom.
What is one of his famous lines off of 64 Madden?
Oh my
What's something he
god!
says off of that? Because he was always going crazy on 64
John
Madden.
Madden.
He's going absolutely nuts.
Oh no, it's something he would say off of 64 Madden.
What did he
Guaranteed.
say?
I don't remember anything, but it's just he was always
Like, hit it back in the
crazy,
next week. Boom! I just think he's just drawing plays on her backside.
Is John
or-
Madden still alive? Is he dead?
I wanna say he's still alive.
He's alive.
How old is he?
Wow.
80 something.
He's getting the X's and O's are
I
starting
was
to blur
sad
together.
He retired. Maybe I stuck with Collinsworth. Isn't that
I'm
crazy?
not mad at Collinsworth.
I like Collinsworth too, but like, isn't that
You like
crazy?
Joe Buck?
Yeah, I like Joe Buck.
I like Joe
honestly.
Buck and Aikman. I think people give Joe Buck too much shit. But I like Aikman because, dude, I'm telling you what, dude, Aikman looks 90% of the time he looks like he's stoned as shit. Like his eyes are fucking crazy looking if you look at him.
I think the marijuana keeps the CTE like at a bearable.
I like
bearable
Aikman.
spot.
I think Aikman's pretty
Troy.
good. I think they told Romo to calm down on this like developing plays and everything though.
I'm not trying to open up this can of worms, but this next question kind of it's poking at the can of worms. I don't want you guys to open it. I just want a quick answer and a little bit of a description of why your favorite character on The Boys.
Potatoes.
The Black Noir.
Black Noir.
Because no matter that dude's the most intimidating character. Like he's the
so-
only
he's
character
scary.
that Homelander is actually scared of. Because like
He respects him.
Sorry, thank you.
respects him.
Scared is the wrong word. He respects the Black Noir. The only character that Black Noir respects. Then when Billy Butcher goes to his aunt's house to go see his dog and everything like that, and he sees the Black Noir chilling on top of the roof, just eyeing, just creeping hardcore. But then all of a sudden, Maeve, this is what kind of turned me off of the Black Noir a little bit, but he's still my favorite character. Well, then when all of a sudden Maeve shoves a Snickers down his throat, like you don't even know what Maeve's you don't know what Maeve's powers are, but all of a sudden she could get the Black Noir, the guy that sneaks up on everybody, and shove a Snickers down his goddamn throat because he's got a peanut allergy. Like, come on. What kind of shit is that?
Funny. It's
and
like-
now all of a
it's-
sudden he's in a goddamn coma.
He's in a coma?
Yeah.
He'll be all right. He'll snap out of it. I just
Black Noir is confirmed alive.
yeah, he's
he's
solid.
still
There's
alive.
no way he's dying, but just like that opening scene, the first episode, he
Confirmed alive.
just
is.
takes that guy's mouth and just rips
Oh,
out.
man. Or when he gets the teddy bear with the little kid, he goes in and kills all the Iraqi guys, and he goes with the teddy bear, and like half of his face is burnt off.
Yeah, I think he can regenerate himself. I think he'll heal himself for sure. Black Noir is a savage. I think just because this might be a hot take, Homelander as my favorite character because all right, how violent is the show? How outrageously violent is this show? And it shows like he is so scary. Like this character, at any time he's on the screen, I'm cringing because like he was around that blind guy and he just pops his ears and he's just bleeding. He's like, now you're just another useless cripple. Like he's
That
a
was
maniac.
awesome when
So
you
it's
did
like
that.
because he's capable of anything and they will literally show anything on this. It's I've never seen a character like that where I'm like, like he can do anything.
Which-
When they showed he had that kind of daydream when he's trying to talk to that crowd, he just burns them all alive. When he lets that airplane go, he's just about money. He's about his power. Like I can do
About the
anything.
image. He just wants to be the image.
He's about that. He's about that.
What
Like, he's-
death was better though? When he did that to the blind guy and saying like you're like every other blind guy, or killing the freaking dude that transformed into the chick that used to suck his nipples.
Oh yeah, he just killed. drink.
That
beer
was
like
awesome when because the guy turned into the Homelander himself.
I'll suck
and
your dick.
Yeah, I'll suck your dick, and it's you sucking your dick.
Okay, so it's not gay. Let me drink a beer like.
Him drinking the milk.
Oh,
Dude, my favorite character.
Starlight,
Starlight, man.
Dude, that's a lame character.
Starlight, bro. It's Starlight. Starlight's
Lame.
she's just like.
Not a
You should
very
like freaking
compelling
Huey,
character,
homie.
but
Huey should be your
she's
favorite
consistent.
character.
Well, dude, this show's a show where it doesn't have a lot of redeeming characters in terms of like who you're really gonna get behind.
except for me.
Yeah.
I say
It's
right,
hard,
I'd
it's
say
hard.
right now, like I don't want to. I mean, for listeners at home, I don't know if spoiler warning. Like I don't know, it's still kind of new, but like the ending, I would say I can back Billy Butcher now.
Yes.
I'd
Good,
say.
For sure.
Because for the longest, I kind of struggled with it because he pissed me off a lot.
It's crazy.
He has a more compelling backstory than Huey. Even
You know
though,
what?
like the focus on Huey, but Billy Butcher is.
I
So
don't
you
like
want the one character? I don't you at all. You know what the one character that they give the most backstory to and why they do it? I don't understand.
Deep.
No, not Frenchie. They gave a lot this past
They
this
did.
past season. They actually gave a lot.
I
No, it
wanna
was
see him.
the
Miko.
dude. But the character I'm talking about is the Deep. They
Yeah.
give the Deep
Why?
a huge
Yeah, that's
backstory. Like you
Or
know
his-
everything about the Deep.
His redemption arc, or like his.
But it's
what's
like-
going on in his
but
life.
it's like-
Hold on, stay.
It's like what is he really doing though? You know what I'm
What's
saying?
that?
It's just like
No,
him
it's like a
trying
piece
to
of
get back
grass.
into the 7, but like
Who cares?
like who cares? I was like, who cares
He
about
does.
like?
But he'll never show up on the podcast. No, Dad, look at there. Look at the camera, Nick. Get on this. Come on.
Shame.
Nervous. No, he's not
Shame.
nervous. He just doesn't want to show us up with his excellent takes.
I definitely think Starlight's the best character though. Starlight's like she's super strong. She's about the action.
But I didn't know that
She's
she
got good
needed the
morals.
energy though. She needed energy for her to have power.
Starlight's just an OG, you know, like she's not about like any bullshit. And then like she said, "Eat my you Nazi bitch" in the
That was
finale. And I
so
was like, dude, this
fucked up.
best-
Them. It's a
it's
show
like the best
literally
thing I've ever
called
seen,
The Boys,
honestly.
and it's 3 chicks just beating the shit out of that Nazi
fun.
chick, and then that the Asian girl just snaps her neck. Like they didn't. The way it was shot, it's like she wasn't dead, and then she just.
What about when her brother
Ready to roll.
dies?
That guy deserved it though.
Yeah.
He did. He definitely did. He definitely
trash.
did. He had a cool power though.
Yeah.
Moving on.
No more the boys. We have to
No more the
We have to do
boys.
a whole new pod about that.
Oh, hold on. I need to.
The boys is crazy.
Best and favorite Halloween candy when you're trick or treating. What is your favorite to get when you're a lad? Even now, I don't judge.
For
You're trick or
me-
treating. What's your favorite candy to
For
get?
me, it's either the mini Snickers,
Like the little cube, or like.
the cube,
like the Aaron's Wiener
small,
size
the
one.
small little kind of you can eat them in one bite kind,
Oh yeah, that sounds like me.
or Starburst, the best candy ever.
2 reds.
If you get lucky, but I'm an advanced Starburst eater.
Advance.
I eat.
You don't eat
yellow-
orange.
Wait, what's saying?
You don't eat orange.
What
Yellow
means
and orange.
advance? Yellow and orange.
Wow. Wow, your palate
I
is
love-
quite
I
advanced.
love
If you
Starburst.
had to choose one flavor to take up 2, because if you get 2 reds, you know you're having a good day.
No, I think 2 pink is more better.
Too
Better than
pink?
2 pink.
I'm a pink guy. I think the red is a little strong.
Yeah, he is.
Like it's a little strong.
Juicy.
It really is. And so, but then the next one I would say is the box of nerds. A little mini
I
box
got
of
you.
nerds.
So
That's the way.
pink or purple.
Purple all
Pink.
day. Purple
Pink.
nerds.
Okay,
Purple
pink.
nerds. Yeah.
So all right, so you answered the question, but I'll alter it a little bit. I want a sweet, like kind of a sour kind of candy, and then give me like a chocolate sweet, something.
My
like
favorite
that.
one is the little mini baby Ruth
Baby Ruth.
and
Savage. Good
milk
call.
duds. Those are my
That's
2
so
favorites.
weird.
Rip
My
out your
mom just
teeth.
bought
I
Baby Ruth.
love
Baby
milk
Ruth.
duds. And then like a sweet one would definitely be. I didn't have Sour Patch Kids when we were trick or treating.
No,
They didn't really
not
have
till
sweet.
later in the game.
There wasn't sweet candy except for the little not Sour Patch, but
Warheads.
Not the Warhead was a big one,
That was
but the
wild.
sour straws.
Okay,
You know,
so
you
all right,
know
so
you
the
get
mini
single-
sour straws.
Yeah, you get like
Those-
the single sour straw.
I was about to say the little mini sour straw. I remember one time I got a big one that you get at like a Little League game. That's savage. That's just straight sugar. You just getting childhood onset diabetes. Delicious.
Ho,
Those little sour straws are great. Those little Smarties too.
take,
Kind of powdery ones were
Yeah.
solid.
You used to get a lot of what are the little things that would crackle in your mouth, hella.
Pop Rocks.
Yeah, you
never
would
a
get
fan of those.
I never liked
No.
them, but you would get those when you're trick or treating.
I will go. Baby Ruth is hard to deny, but just for diversity's sake, let's go Butterfinger.
Stick 'em in a stew.
Let's go
You guys are
Butterfinger.
naming chocolate bars. Like that. I don't.
Chocolate
eat.
bars are
Then
solid.
again,
You don't like Baby Ruth?
No, I'm not.
Well, like
not-
sour
you're going
candies
to
are
hell.
no, sour candies are great too. You have to you can't lump them all in the same because I'll go pink, the
Dude,
ultimate get
Skylar's
off.
drinking 8 beers.
I know. No, I'm about to say I'm gonna get a line. I was like, look at this go.
This is insane right now.
Going for it.
I took a Snapchat of it earlier. I was like, this is absolutely madness.
That's gonna be the
Skylar
cover picture for
drinks so
Top 45. Skylar drinks.
I'm going for 10.
My Lord. This guy's a beast. That's
all right.
so funny.
Candies, very good. We got some
Hot
dope
take.
candies. Let it be known, I just want to give a shout out to Nerds Ropes. It was that red kind of
hey,
gooey
you
with
like those?
I hated those
Me
things.
too.
They
Oh.
sucked when
What
they
is
came
going
out.
on
Yeah,
here?
those
Actual
are
rope.
bad. Yeah, they're one out away from winning the World Series. God damn it.
They're about to win.
No way.
Yeah. LA's about to win too.
If LA wins a World Series, the first World Series in 30 years, I hate it.
Jackie
Damn it,
like
Jackie.
Jackie,
Damn.
easy now.
Boo you, Jackie.
Sorry, Brentley's mom has betrayed us. Moving on from this horse shit MLB season.
Resendo's really about to get a championship team. He does not.
He's a
deserve
Dodger
it.
fan?
He's a big Dodger fan.
What was your favorite costume growing up? Say for Halloween. This is Halloween.
So,
Well-
my favorite costume of all time that I ever did.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jackie, my mom.
Dude, moms know
She
what's
did it
up.
all for me. Second grade. Guess who I was? I was Super Saiyan 2 Gohan.
Let's go. You're the purple?
By the purple, I had
Let's
the orange
go.
shoes. I had no hair, but my mom spray painted my shit blonde. Even though I had no hair.
Cisco.
I had no hair.
Dude,
but-
did you have braids back then?
No, this is I was bald. I had no hair, literally.
Why don't you go wig?
I didn't even think of it. And I was fucking Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Badass. Cell game.
God, Magic
Cell games,
Johnson's
that's-
there and everything.
It
God
was
damn it.
sick, dude.
That's a dope
Like,
costume.
It was like super sick. My
Do you have the wristbands
everything
on?
was orange, purple. It was dope.
Oh, they was
Won.
one. No, Dodgers won the
Asterisk.
World
There's an
Series.
asterisk next to this win.
I know, because this is a bullshit year that wasn't played all the way. Good job, LA, you pieces of shit. You bought it. You finally bought it after all these years of paying six
I'm
figures to the
pissed.
Bat Boy. You goddamn finally won a World Series.
So
Congratulations.
Kershaw gets a ring.
Kershaw gets a
Yeah.
ring. He deserved it. He's a good. He's a
Yeah.
good pitcher. He deserved
Dude,
it.
I'm sorry. I guess I did watch. I guess, but at the same time, it's they have a lot of redeemable players. I with.
It's the fans that I can't stand. They're pretentious. They're the same as Lakers fans. They're pretentious and entitled. Any year that they don't win, it's the worst thing ever. They don't know. LA doesn't know how to stand by a team that hasn't been good for years. They don't understand what it's like to be a real fan. I think Kings and Vikings, we haven't won shit, and we're still with their team, even though they suck. The Giants is the only team I've ever really cheered for that's actually won big 3 times.
Oh
Out of,
man,
straight
Who
luck.
played Chicago versus who last night? Football.
Potatoes.
Chicago Rams. The Rams aren't winning in this year. They'll never
Who
make
the
it back to the Super
hell-
Bowl. They'll never make it back to the Super Bowl.
There's somebody on Chicago. They had the funniest haircut. They're shaved bald right here, but then they let their hair go hella deep. It was a wide receiver. They got knocked out, and so they had to take his helmet off.
I'm trying.
Is it Robinson?
Allen Robinson?
Yeah, I think it's Allen Robinson. He has the stupidest haircut right now. It's freaking hilarious.
Ziggler, what was your favorite Halloween costume?
I never really dressed up as one, but I'll say the best one that I ever seen Mom make was probably when she
Jack in the
made
Box for
the
Keith?
Jack in the Box for Keith. That
She
was the
had
best
a
one.
paper
Big-ass
mache head about yay big.
Yeah, it was huge. That was
Just
probably the
stuff on
coolest.
it.
That was the coolest one.
Debbie just made some dope ass outfits.
I feel like women in our generation, not to get super sexist, but I feel
Not at
like
all.
women in our generation, do you think your guys' I don't think Steph will be able to make a paper machine. No offense.
Yeah,
for this
no
one.
way.
Do you think
I think there's certain few. There's a
Right?
certain
I
few
feel
that are
like
just
all
born
I'm saying-
about it.
all I'm saying is I feel like that's slowly becoming a lost talent. You know, like that's not being passed down.
Not
like
say like
home-
crafting. And
Crafts
stuff
is very
like that,
niche.
Crafts,
The crafts
yeah.
is very niche to like the HDTV, like the home DIY stuff. Like there's for sure a calling for it. There's plenty of women that like enjoy it. Guys too. Why not? I don't think it's as prevalent or as cool maybe, but I'm just some guy.
You are
What
some
do
guy.
I know? Debbie made me
Some
just
dick balls.
some dick and balls. What
I just feel like a lot of our moms can probably do something like that.
Dude, all of our
Know
moms
how-
craft like big
Yeah,
time, but
and
like
just- and just
younger
know how to keep,
generation
like-
is definitely like lost for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's gonna kind of suck when we all have kids eventually. It's like,
They're not gonna know.
Well, their
anything like
creativity
that,
is not. It's not based solely on like digital mediums. They're like very like literally using your hands to scrapbook, arts and crafts. You're making things. You're sewing. You're immersing yourself. It's not just dancing for a TikTok. That's your talent, and you're hot. That's your talent. Okay. But anyways, moving forward, what would you do if you had the ring for a day? What kind of
Rob a
squirrely
bank.
shit? Yeah, rob a bank.
You get to turn invisible. I go rob a bank.
Would they know? Like, would you like get?
No, they wouldn't
the money,
know I'm
burl up
freaking
sack of money?
invisible.
But they're gonna see a money bags floating around. They're like, hey,
Does the money bag float around?
off.
I mean,
it's
everything
not- it's
Frodo
not-
was touching was invisible. His
Touch.
clothes.
Yes, but like, say
His
you're
knife?
invisible. All right, so say I put on the ring and this Modelo would just be floating. I don't think what he touches turns invisible. Otherwise, the world would be invisible because of his little hobbit feet.
What I don't understand is how Bilbo is able to keep his so cool, calm, and collective. Whenever you see Frodo put the ring on, it's like it's like the darkest world possible. But then when Dildo does it, he's freaking just like,
Well, it's because
Whatever.
Bilbo's not a virgin.
that right there's a great point.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I would do. I think rap bank's a good one. Like, I'd do something to get rich for sure. Like,
I would influence a World Series. That's what I would do. I'd just go and just start causing
wow.
shit. Or just, honestly, no. I would go to, when I get all political, I would just find, like, just assholes and just punch them right in the face. Like, whoever's, like, stirring the pot on either side, all sides of the political spectrum.
You're telling me
I'd
you'd
go
be,
to-
like, blindsiding people? You're
Hell
about
yeah,
that, like,
I'd go to, like,
blindside?
where people are riding, like, breaking into, like, small businesses and shit, just take a 2x4 to them, drop it so they don't know where I'm at, and just have my way for as long as I can. Purge, baby. Just the people that are just out of sheer anarchy that aren't causing any good, just lay them out. I'd hope not hurt my little hand.
that's a good one. I think.
Be a vigilante.
Yeah, definitely robbing. Like, getting rich.
I know you guys are just trying to rob these fucking banks. Let's get them. Not a dispensary?
No.
Oh. Hey.
Nah, the money can buy the marijuana.
That's true.
Sure.
Good call. All right. Next question. How many arrows could Brentley take for Oregon before he his pants and dies? How many arrows is he taking for the Ducks?
I think I gotta go for 4.
Four?
I'm beating Boromir. That's
You gotta go at least 4.
That'd be my mission of beating Boromir.
Do you do 4 push-ups before you die, like the duck? They're just kind of poking.
Nah, I think
around.
he'd be like the king off of Troy and just break it, rip it out, and freaking go. But I don't think really.
300, not Troy.
No, Troy does it. The dude
Who?
with the big ass hammer.
Oh, it called the spear.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh, that's Ajax.
Yeah, well, I don't know what his
Ajax
name
is
is. Yeah.
Dude, wow.
But
he
no, I
dies.
don't see Brinley doing 4, but I definitely see him matching with 3. And maybe
Only
they,
matching?
Maybe
They
they do a
matching.
4 like while he's
Fun fact:
Pop his
Sean
ass
Bean,
with that.
aka Boromir, is in Troy as well. As
Yeah,
Odysseus.
he's iconic.
Sean Bean's in everything. He always dies. He's like the white Danny Trejo.
But speaking of
The white Danny Trejo is always dying.
Speaking of, Oregon football, kickoff is next Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Calvert. I will
At their
not be
first
at your
game?
house. I will not be at your house helping. I'll be watching my Ducks. Coach, I'm sorry.
Damn, tell me how you really feel.
Brentley,
that man is out there hustling.
Just because
He's an animal.
I think it'd be just silly and just hilarious to see. Not hilarious. That kind of sounds. Up. I give you 15 arrows. just the pincushion. 15 arrows.
There's no
It's just on
way.
the ground.
There's no way.
We will fight in the shade.
Oh my god! Yes, you will.
Yeah, so Oregon kicks off next week,
15.
4:30.
4:30. Cameron went till at 8 in the morning. What are you doing then?
I'm gonna be in Boise, so I was joking anyways. but Yeah, I mean, I think they could be pretty good this year. Like, we don't have a quarterback, but we might have a quarterback.
Who's taking snaps then?
Tyler Shuck might be pretty good, I guess. We'll see.
Shit.
But the defense is hella good. Only 6
Is he
games.
athletic? Is he pocket passer?
He's a pocket passer a little bit. Can move,
So he's a
but
slow white guy.
not slow, but he's okay. But the defense is really good, and if
Don't you got the number 1 recruit on defense?
we had 2 of them back-to-back years. I'd say if they go undefeated, 6-0 Pac-12 play, they should definitely be allowed to make the playoff. I don't go nothing else. That's what I say. All right,
How many games do
You know
they
what I
get?
say?
6.
You know what I say?
It's a bowl game.
Know what I say? All right, so this one was not originally made into a one-on-one naked combat situation. However, we're going to remedy and make it into a one-on-one naked combat situation. The upcoming fight, Roy Jones Jr. versus Mike Tyson. That's not going to be a exhibition. Those guys are going to try to kill each other, and they're going to
When is that?
they're going to break up that fight.
November,
Authorities are going to get in there and break up the
that's
fight.
happening soon?
Yeah.
They're going to break up like
November 11th?
after what Mike Tyson
We're
was
gonna have to go to
saying.
Nick's house to
Those
go watch
guys
that.
are way too arrogant to just like, oh, body shots, we're cool. They're going to try to kill each other. One-on-one
I
naked
mean,
combat.
it'll be like I think it's only 6 rounds. It'll be a good like first 2 rounds.
Tyson, Roy
And after
Jones
one,
Jr.
they're both going to be tired of shit. But I'm going to give it to Roy Jones because Roy Jones.
Really?
Don't get me wrong. Everybody that doesn't really follow fighting, they're going to be like Mike Tyson. But this is the frustrating part about it.
Please.
Normally, exhibition you get 3 minutes per round. Well, they're only doing 2 minutes a round. So that's less work for Roy Jones Jr. to do something. But Mike Tyson's going to be dead after like 3 or 4 rounds. What everybody doesn't understand, Roy Jones retired from fighting 3 years ago. Mike Tyson's been out of the game for like
Over
10
a decade,
yeah,
right?
over a decade, 10 years, like easily. Jones Jr.'s only been out of the game for 3 years. So he's going to get not just in shape fast. I don't think he's going to be in greater shape, but he's going to, the hand-eye coordination, like just the feel of the ring, like it's going to be easier for him to get that back compared to Mike that's been out of the game for so long.
I see your point. Definitely make it. As we know, Jim Rome thinks it shouldn't happen, but no, I give it like just
Honestly, these guys
Tyson
are
is just
50 years old. Like,
I don't think Tyson's of the right mind, and like
Sandwich, if you
I
need to
don't
listen
know.
to his
I don't
podcast, and I guarantee you change your mind. That man is actually
he's
he's
on
there.
it. He's on it.
He's
He's
all
there.
there. He ain't a freaking turd.
What about you, Brent? Who's winning that fight? One-on-one naked combat, no boxing gloves, just they're
I don't
cocking
know.
their
I wanna
their
say
speed
Mike,
bags.
I want to say Mike Tyson, but Sky might have convinced me otherwise. Like, Mike Tyson is a shitload older than him. Like, right? Like, he's really older than him.
Like 5 years, 4 years.
Oh, that's it?
That's it. But like the thing is, Roy Jones he's only been out of the game for 3 years. Mike's been out of the game for a decade.
Mike's all. Have they both been to jail?
Were they fighters in the same era?
Yeah.
I think Mike was
Mike's a
ending
little
as
older.
Roy was coming into his prime.
No, like
No?
Mike's older. Mike's older. No, like they're in the same era, but like they never fought against each other. But Roy was in a way different weight division. Roy only went up to heavyweight for 2 fights. I can't remember who was the fight, but he went.
I guess I'll say Roy, even though I'm kind of tempted to say Mike. I don't really have a reason.
Mike just has the big hype behind him.
So wait, real quick. So Jim Rome thinks the fight shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't happen because
It's
they're
just
both
the
in their
two
f***ing
guys.
50s, and all they're doing is if
gonna get hurt.
if Mike lands a punch like on Roy Jones, like he could be done. Like not death,
They
but
could
like
hurt each other like
but
real
like
bad.
he can come back from it and not be all there
It's true.
because they're so old and they've taken so many hits.
Wait, that's
Their
kinda
brains a mush ball,
fucked up doing
homie.
this.
Money
Money.
makes you do weird
Money,
things.
money,
you
money.
know? Brentley,
Wow.
what is more clutch? A thick, 2 C's, 2 lowercase C's. You know what? Make that 3 lowercase C's. Thick breakfast burrito on a hungover morning, or a surprise pizza on a work day. Like boss brings in pizza at lunchtime, and it's like, whoa, this wasn't as expected. A nice pizza to get you through a day that was maybe not the best. Get pizza at lunch? Unexpected. Breakfast burrito, hangover remedy, pizza at lunchtime.
Pizza at lunchtime because no matter what, it's probably not gonna cure me. Like
It's for not.
yeah, like
for not.
I would rather just enjoy a bomb breakfast burrito when I'm not hungover. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like I just enjoy in that situation. I would enjoy the pizza better, like because I'm feeling normal.
Pizza could work against you though. If you have too much, your rest of your workday, you're screwed.
I mean, I'm like,
to sleep.
I'm hoping this is a Friday. You know, where I'm already like, oh, it's
Like the rest of the day is kind of like you're looking at YouTube videos with
yeah,
your coworker.
exactly. I'm posted up, like I'm chilling.
I got you. Good call. What kind of pizza? Just straight up pepperoni?
Well, I mean, I would like pepperoni pineapple, but apparently I have pineapple.
You use the P word, and it's just really throwing me.
These guys
I can't believe you're a pineapple guy. It's kind of
I
disgusting.
didn't
a little
expect
bit.
it. Makes me sad.
It's really good.
No, he
Going
drinks
to
it.
hell.
You turn that,
Hope
put
you know
that
that.
pinky down. Oh, what about you, Diggler? What do you? What's
Pizza all day.
Pizza all day.
Whenever-
Scenarios.
It don't matter what kind of pizza. It's just whenever somebody brings in a pizza and you least expect it. Like,
What's
especially if
happening?
you don't bring a lunch because you woke up a little bit late and you're like, Friday, I woke up late. I got to go out. My whole 30 minutes I have is
You
me
woke up at
driving
the
somewhere and driving back, fucking miserable. And the next thing you know, is boom, somebody brings pizza in the early shift.
That happens when you wake up at 4:55 instead of
I heard
4:45.
Bradley comes to lunch. Don't mean to, air out where Bradley's at. I don't want to give away his location, but I heard he goes to lunch sometimes at his Taco Bell.
Yeah, all the time.
It's interesting.
My cousin goes there all the time.
That's
Like,
how- you guys
for
are
how
that
much
close?
my cousin? Yeah, dude. It only takes like 10 minutes to get there.
From here?
Yeah, from the landfill. Yeah.
It's like you eat
Dude,
it on
like
the way
you
back. and
legitly,
you're ready
you
to go.
live like legitly 10 minutes away.
That's so insane.
Not even.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're super close to landfill.
Yeah, crazy close.
I've never been.
Yeah, it's right there, dude. The hills are right there.
So where is it? What directionally? Where is it?
Go towards Woodland. Go towards the Costco
No.
in Woodland. That long straightaway. Look to your right. You'll see
Yeah,
it
it's
on the
right
garbage. It's good. You'll see it on fire.
That's
it's not on fire
crazy.
anymore because being
No, my cousin goes to Taco Bell every single day. Like I honestly,
This
I
one
don't.
right here.
Yeah, I don't understand why. Like,
Pharma?
why is
Or,
Taco Bell not sponsored this guy? Like, give him some fucking
What's the other
meals.
cousin's name? It's kind of
Travis,
No,
Kyle.
Kyle, the one that fell asleep on the floor for Skylar's wedding.
Yeah, Kyle. Yeah,
I
Kyle.
like that kid.
Yeah, Kyle's a good dude. Yeah, he's funny.
Oh,
He's been constipated for the past week, so he's had some time off.
So, you guys, this last question before a possible bonus question: who is the greatest fictional athlete of all time? Greatest fictional athlete. I can give you my answer, if it might help you get your gears turn a little bit.
Fictional.
Fictional.
Please give us your answer.
Shooter, mother, f***ing McGavin, baby, shooter! Oh, 5-iron, right? Well, you're fired. Bye-bye. Goes in, hits it off of Frankenstein's fat foot. You talk about adversity. He hits a shove, and hits a lefty off of Frankenstein's fat foot. Shooter's a righty. Somehow he hits it lefty off the guy's foot. Guaranteed, it's just wild, and Happy is on a tear, and then he hits like a 60-footer. Dog on that, baby! Boom, boom! Makes Happy have to 2-putt, or like 1-putt for the win, 2-putt to tie it up, put it into sudden death. I think Shooter is an absolute gamer. His right arm's a little longer than his left. He's a savage. Now that I think about it, maybe he was right-handed, and I was like mixing up the camera angles because, reverse. Anyways, Shooter McGavin's my guy.
Mine's between Wild Thing and what's the quarterback?
Ricky Vaughn.
Yeah, Ricky Vaughn, or I'm gonna go with the quarterback from
Remember the Titans?
no, when they're in jail.
Oh, Paul Crew, Adam
Paul
Sandler.
Crew,
Adam
Adam
Sandler
Sandler, yeah.
from The Longest Yard is the
Great.
best fictional character,
Yeah,
fictional
I think he's a great
athlete.
quarterback.
He does ball for his team.
Yeah,
He balls out.
he's a savage.
Shaving points.
Freaking shaving points just to freaking get a little peek
He's good.
or
What about
Pete
the water,
Rose
The
action.
water boy.
Ooh,
Bobby
Ooh, Bobby Boucher.
Only 1 year as an
Bobby
undergrad and then
That's
just
right.
falls off the
Yeah.
face of the earth.
I think an underrated one, and maybe he's not the best. What about Charlie Conway? Mighty Ducks.
I can give you some Charlie Conway.
Dude,
no, hold on.
That's elite.
Hold on.
Elite.
He's not elite. He's not elite.
triple
Charlie's
D.
not elite.
The triple D. No, honestly, Gordon Bombay is a better athlete than
Yeah.
Charlie.
No,
Conway.
he blew out his
Bro.
knee.
He blew out his knee, but like
he blew out his knee.
overall-
He couldn't handle it.
But he's an overall better player because Charlie in the second movie,
he a better
if you
player?
recall,
He's a bench warmer, bro.
Charlie
Hey, because he sucks.
in the second movie, he's a piece of shit because so one of their dudes like hurt his wrist and he's like, I woke up this morning and it's gone, aka he got steroids. And Charlie's like, I'll be a coach. It's what I can do for the team. He's like, this is my opportunity to not play. I'll be a coach. Here, like, no, Keenan Thompson, hold on to your jersey. You can play. I'm going to be a coach. I always thought I'd be a better coach than a player. He's a way better athlete in the third movie when they're like in high school. But in the second movie, they're in the Teen Olympics.
Yeah,
It's kind of a
my favorite one.
microcosm or It's the
Germany
United States
versus-
versus
What-
it's the United
Russia
States
or
versus
something.
Russia. It's
What's
it's
the
that,
little
like,
what's the
Miracle
little
Rise.
the rich kid's name?
Anthony Banks.
Adam Banks.
Adam
It's
Banks.
Banksy.
Adam Banksy.
He's the most
Banks.
talented.
Banks
He's
is the
raw.
most talented. He's
He's
legit.
He's raw, bro.
He's legit.
Banksy's dope.
Is he your choice then, maybe? Or one of the Bash Brothers?
Oh, Portman.
Team Portman. Fuck. All right, he shows up in the
Hey.
third movie. Oh, boys, I'm back. He hits one person. He gets tossed in the
I was
belly box. He's
hyped. I
done.
was hyped when Portman came back.
Oh, that was solid.
Hey, or Keaton Thompson, the knuckle puck.
The knuckle
everyone
puck,
lit-
solid.
yeah, the knuckle puck. Nah,
The second movie is by far the best.
Yeah. Okay.
By
I'm
far.
glad you said that. 'Cause
Absolutely.
I agree. The
Yeah.
second one's the best. It's dope.
Is Gordon Bombay a dickhead? He's
Julie
nowhere.
the cat.
Julie the cat's
Julie
solid.
the cat.
Do you think Gordon?
they-
I think Gordon Bombay is a dickhead
When they
coach.
get Goldberg and they make him eat all the food. Goldberg's a piece of
Julie the cat. So I think Gordon Bombay is kind of a dickhead coach because they're playing against they're playing against Tripoli or like some like Caribbean country and they're up like 15-0 and then he sends in the Bash Brother. The enforcers are good. He just starts fucking them up. They score 1 goal against him, but they're up plus 10 goals. And Gordon Bombay sends in his enforcers to go like just pour it on. And then they face Team Iceland and get their salad tossed a little bit. But then they go on a little retreat. They become a better team.
Is Gordon Bombay like the best like adjuster coach in the history of sports? Like,
Better than Bill Belichick?
potentially,
Maybe,
'cause,
maybe.
like, no team's ever beat him twice.
Do you know, not even Team Iceland. Gordon Bombay, a.k.a. Emilio Estevez. Guess who his brother is?
Carlos Estevez.
A.k.a. Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah,
Shit.
Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez, the Gordon Bombay, they're brothers, yeah, in real life.
Gordon Bombay and Charlie Sheen are brothers.
It's
hilarious.
Yeah, Emilio Estevez and Carlos Estevez. That's Charlie Sheen's real name, Carlos Estevez. That's what's up.
They're not white?
I mean, they look pretty white to me. I mean, they could be
They must be
Spaniards, yeah.
Spaniards.
Gordon
You would know, wouldn't you?
I would know.
Why isn't Gordon Bombay like in more movies?
He's in Young Guns. It's a cowboy movie. I think he's in more. But we just
You
not.
guys
We're
ever
not
watch the
privy
movies
to him.
Three Ninjas?
Yeah.
Are you kidding
on,
with the
dude.
Three Ninjas?
Okay, let me
Come
guess.
over,
Ninjas,
come
Three
over
Ninjas.
right away.
Three Ninjas knuckle up. Three Ninjas kick back when they go to Japan.
Best one. Let me.
Oh, hot take! The best ones with the Native Americans. They have to defeat the.
They're
That's
driving on the car
worst
chase
one.
and everything?
Come on.
Going to the courthouse?
Mountain or whatever. The music.
Oh,
back
get
one.
no! We're like fucking
Hulk Hogan.
no. I think Knuckle Up's the best one. Where that like they team up with the Indians
No.
and they fight the
That's nuts.
naughty
That's
landfill
definitely
guys.
my favorite.
Which
Yeah,
I thought
they're
was
fighting-
like,
you're fighting
I
the
felt bad
landfill,
because
yeah.
I was like, oh, they're beating up Dad. I guess they beat up all the landfill guys.
No, dude, you guys are out of your mind.
Oh,
The kickback Japan was dope. The fighting tournament, you're out of your mind.
that one's dope, but they have the different characters. Like Rocky's not the right Rocky. Tum Tum's not the right Tum
Literally,
Tum.
there's a new Rocky every single freaking movie.
Not in the first two.
Did it go in that order?
It went the
second
first one,
was
the original
Native
one,
American
probably
one?
the best. Where those morons try to kidnap him, and they just like
Bummer.
they don't bummer, dude.
Slow it down.
Slow
it down.
The best part of that movie is like they have the girl like Emily, come to the front door right away. They have her hostage and they knock on the door like, hey guys, guess what's up? They kick the door. They're like, oh, the door swings back and slaps their.
Dude, that's actually the best one. By
The
far.
first one.
About that. It's
We'll
hilarious.
plot on
Hey,
that
that's
later.
a classic.
That's a good
bro.
best athletes. Oh, and then like fucking Rocky dunks on those kids. It's still like, I can't believe that a 4-foot white kid is dunking at fucking recess. No. All right. Bonus question of off the cuff. We all know what happens to Shooter. He steals the gold jacket. He runs away. If you were the commissioner, if you were Doug, does he get to play next year for that outburst? Like if we saw Ricky Fowler like take away somebody's jacket and try to run away with it. Like,
I mean, I feel like it's the same
repercussions are
situation
there?
that the Astros are in. You know, he got caught doing something that he wasn't supposed to be doing, but he's about to freaking. Granted,
You're saying he's back next year?
I think he's going to be back next year, but
Stronger.
the fact is that he's going to have to deal with the repercussions of all the fans just hating him and
I
freaking
think-
dogging him.
I think the fans hate on him a little bit, but if I was the commissioner, he plays +1 every tournament next year. For the next year, starts one over.
That ain't
He's that good. Shooter's so fucking good. Oh, what place did he finish in? Dead last? Oh, yeah. We had a good game, though. I don't know. I was too busy winning. I don't know. What would you do with Shooter? You have to, like, one of the best players ever has a mental breakdown. It happens.
It's okay.
Steals a jacket, tries to run away. What do you do with this guy?
You just gotta let him be him. Let him fucking do
Let's
it.
shoot
If you're
huh?
willing to let Happy Gilmore fucking attack fans on the course, like takes off a guy's shirt and punches in the face, Happy went crazy and they just let it slide because their numbers are the highest we've ever seen. And Shooter does one boo boo. I think we see Shooter next year. I think he goes in hard. All right. Before we sign off, that's the last question. Can you show the camera the line of beers? I just want to.
I think they can see it.
Can they?
I don't know,
Oh,
check
they
it
can.
out.
They can. We'll take a picture of it. Any parting words from you guys? This has been an excellent pod that I've completely forgotten was about Lord of the Rings. We love these movies. Scott, I'm stoked that you like them so much. I'm stoked that they resonated with you.
I'm a big fan. Big fan.
Big fan.
Beers,
Big man,
beers
big
have
fan.
caught up. The
Big-
beers have definitely
big
caught
man,
up. But,
big fan.
Definitely a fan of Lord of the Rings. If you never watched it, definitely watch it. It's
Worth it, right?
Even if you're not into little nerdy shit, but just power through the nerdy parts and just watch the action, because the action is definitely worth it. And it kind of gets you going a little bit, especially for how old the movies are. It's still a great quality.
They stand
movie.
up.
Yeah,
There's
definitely
when
a
it
great
comes
quality
to
movie.
like fantasy movies, you can't. I'd say with any amount, even if it's like, say, in any movie, say it's fan fiction or fiction or whatever it is, you have to suspend your disbelief in order to enjoy it. So it's like, yes, it's not real, it's fantasy, it's this, it's that. When you get rid of that kind of fog of, oh, this isn't real, you wipe that out of the way and just enjoy the story. Like, because what really matters is the storytelling. That to me is huge. It's everything is said, it's done. Take away the context when the story is like in its rawest form. It's brilliant. It's well done. Peter Jackson like directing all of it through and through. The music, we didn't even talk about the score. Like just how f***ing epic all that was. The orc music, the just how epic it all is. Everything came together. Every element's perfect. And like what you said in the very beginning of this podcast, this was my introduction into nerdiness. It's when what kind of rang true to me. It's like, I am a nerd. I resonate with this. This is who I am. And these movies help me really like kind of discover that part of who I am.
Yeah, I think just like definitely happy we came in on here and talk about Lord of the Rings. Like it's been something that I haven't watched in a long while, and like just rewatching it to prepare for this podcast was like just reminded me why I fucking love the series. And I do think it's timely because, dude, we didn't even talk about it. Amazon is making a prequel of Lord of the Rings into like a Game of
No, we
Game
didn't
of
even talk
Thrones-
about that at all.
Game of Thrones like show, and so like just getting re-excited with like Lord of the Rings, like the history and like the world of Middle Earth, like to be able to like get re-excited about that show, and because we're gonna be going back, like we're gonna be going into the Second Age or whatever.
When the hell's that happening?
It's supposed to. I mean, knows with COVID, but like it's like on schedule.
It's on its way.
Yeah,
It is coming.
It's
That'd
happening.
be badass.
It is coming.
Dude, they're like it's really.
That's
happening.
probably that's more exciting than the what's the revamp that they're doing with Game of Thrones.
Oh, the House of the Dragon, House of Ice.
Whoa, you did not just say that's more exciting than that.
You got,
I think
you got,
it is.
you got more excited.
I think it is.
You upset-
After the
you upset the man.
disappointment that I had in the ending of Game of Thrones, you're telling me that I'm not more excited about freaking Middle Earth? Yeah, I'm a little more excited about Middle Earth.
Okay, you're not excited about the Dance of Dragons and the Targaryen.
No, I'm not.
Civil War.
No, I'm not.
It's gonna be late.
Let's see. Let's hope.
Because I already know the ending of it, so I'm not too excited about it. What does it matter?
You know what the ending of the Second Age or whatever? It's a prequel to the Lord of the Rings thing. They're both prequels. So
I know not of this, so I'm intrigued to see what happens. I'm intrigued to see it all. Like just new storytelling, new characters of shows that we like. Hopefully, it's better than the Hobbit series, which we will not do a podcast
Well, I
on.
mean, if Amazon has their toes in it, their fingers in it, like they have all the money, and they know what HBO had to do for Game of Thrones. They know how much that costs, and let's be real, Amazon did The Boys, and The Boys is fucking
Killing
lit.
it.
So,
But we know all too well that a high budget does not necessarily equal to quality storytelling, quality show. You know.
You're absolutely not wrong there. Real quick though, I will say I do wish shout out Disney Plus, got the Mandalorian coming soon, but like
Potatoes.
the MCU gave you some layups. Pick up the Daredevil show again, please. Mm-hmm. Give me more Jessica Jones, same actors. Give me more Punisher.
More Punisher.
Give me
More Punisher.
More Punisher. I need more Punisher.
I want more Punisher.
Defenders. Like, give me more, bro. Like, I'm not sure what the
maybe not
litigation
Jessica Jones,
is.
but yeah.
I think
litigation
what
between
Disney needs to
Netflix
do
and Disney
is
Plus, they need to give me more.
Disney needs to
Jessica Jones is
establish
pounding out.
a separate, like, a wing of Disney. They need to separate, like, there's a wing of Disney that's rated R. Like, because Disney cannot blemish its mostly PG, like, persona. They need an edgy aspect to them that they need to just grow a set of balls and finally go into that, like, dark kind of rated R area, because their bread and butter is kids and family, this and that, and everything they have on there mostly PG. Like, PG-13 is as evil as they get. Oh god, it's scary. If they want to ball out even more so, establish, I'm not sure what they would call it, Disney minus, just a rated R, like, section of Disney that's a little edgier. And I'm not sure how they'd make that transition, because they've only ever been family oriented. But families grow up and stories get a little darker. So why not have, like, a rated R Cinderella, rated R, like some Brothers Grimm, some really like horrendous shit.
Interesting, kind of real off the cuff. Like,
sure.
What did you guys think of the Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck? Have you watched that?
Oh my god, I was just talking about it the other day. Jennifer Gardner.
I watched it last week.
Dude, to be completely honest, I think it's actually. I am not a Ben Affleck fan. Do not like Ben Affleck.
It's
I think he's a piece of shit.
I think it's a good movie.
But I honestly got it. I like the movie.
Colin Farrell's a great bad guy. Colin
Farrell's a great bullseye. Dude,
stick.
Great bad guy. Like, he's a good bad guy. That's a great movie. It's perfectly good. They bring Elektra in it. Like, you get to see a little bit of Elektra. Like,
I think
great movie.
I think that movie is the perfect movie though, where it's like you see, like, dude, Daredevil's a badass backstory, badass character potential.
Daredevil's a badass.
And in a movie though, what you would have liked to see, you would have liked to see in a movie before that. Mm-hmm. You would have liked to see a movie with just him from putting on the mask to everything before.
Yeah.
Just like how Marvel does with Captain America, just like how they did with, like, like.
But I like how they did.
Man,
I like how they did Daredevil on Netflix. So I mean, like that Daredevil's badass.
But that Daredevil, that show, guess what they did? They had flashbacks in the first season to show that. I think if Daredevil could get an Iron Man type of, like, legit arc, I mean, it'd be different, because I want to see Daredevil as a kid, because you have to see him as a kid get blind.
But DC never does that.
He's not DC. He's Marvel. I should kill you.
Oh God, I'm dying.
You see him yelling?
Yeah.
Dude.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think Daredevil. If you
Why have they never made a? Why have they never? If that's Marvel, then why the have they never made another movie about it? Like,
I'm not
redone
sure.
it like everything else that they did.
They did Elektra. But.
Yeah, I'm not
But,
sure
but
who has the rights to what. But I was about to say, like, now that Marvel got Spider-Man back in the fold and stuff like that, like, I think Daredevil, and they have the X-Men now and they have Fantastic Four. I think Daredevil is where they're really missing out. Like,
oh yeah,
like,
Daredevil's an awesome character.
Like, why
dope
aren't
ass
they
character.
like focusing and, like, trying to, like, do Daredevil? Like, Daredevil's huge, bro. Like,
Badass.
That could be the next one. Some Marvel banter, this and that. This has been, gentlemen.
It's been long.
This has been fucking
how long is this?
solid.
How long is this one?
We're at 2 hours 33 minutes, y'all.
Gee.
And solid. It doesn't seem like it. It's like a time warp in here. Hey, it's been 2 hours. Oh my god, it's like a time warp in here. Joe Rogan. Blah, 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 blah. Gents, this has been the Council of Nerds Part 2. Thank you for being here. The Council of Nerds could be anybody, but it's like having to be you guys this time. Thank you for fucking showing up. Showing up, talking, giving us experiences. We got our MacBooks out. We got our notebooks out.
Fun.
Let's fucking go, you guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Adios.
Rhett, you lose. Good day, sir.
Lose. Good day, sir.